Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? It's a wonderful day, and it's going to be a short show this morning. I know everyone is enjoying their day, and it is bright and early, so that's okay. But we're going to get this thing started. First of all, happy Memorial Day to all of the soldiers who are no longer here with us, but who have done what they needed to do to keep us all safe. I appreciate you. Good morning, Miss Leah. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all, bear with me. Me and my voice are trying to get it together this morning. Good morning, and how do you do? Okay. It's going to be, let me share this. All right, please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. And if your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. And I did not realize how much I say sharing is caring until I did the, we was getting ready for the interview yesterday. If y'all missed like the short introduction, good morning, Mama. Hey, I'll call you after the show. Yeah, yesterday, so I'm supposed to be in Curacao next week. I was supposed to be leaving for Curacao on this Thursday, to have my first international speaking event. It's, of course, we can't travel. And so we did like an introduction of the speakers yesterday morning at 8 a.m. I was up bright and early yesterday morning to do an interview. And she said, you always say, and she's like, and as JoJo always say, sharing is caring. I didn't realize I said it that much. But I guess I do. My bad. That's all right. So please make sure you share the show. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. I am wherever you listen to podcasts. It is the Live Past Crazy show, so you can catch it over there. And then, of course, here on Facebook. And go to livepastcrazy.com and catch up on some of the blogs that I have, that I've done. Y'all, I have, so I forgot. I got two things. Y'all, let me see if we're going to do this quick. We'll see if we can do two stories or one. We may save one for tomorrow. All right, so quote of the day. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. They have a problem for every solution. And that's Albert Einstein. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem. They ain't going to be able to help you. Because every time you have a solution or an answer or want to give helpful information, they got a problem that's going to back it up for the reason why they can't. So, y'all remember that energy thing. Protect your energy and don't use all of your energy on people who insist on having a problem. Some people insist on having a problem. They don't want solutions. I like that. Some folks don't want solutions. Let's write that down. Some people don't want it. They want problems. They enjoy problems. All right, so let's get right into the thought of the day. So stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. And here is the thought of the day. Y'all, I got two. I don't know which one I'm going to do. Let's go with the one that I did last night, and then the one I thought about last night. That's right, Mom. And I would say that, but not this early in the morning. All right, stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution, and that is Albert Einstein. All right, here's the thought of the day. I'm not perfect. When I hear this, and I'm going to have to read straight from my sticking. Live in purpose not perfection. Perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that's called purpose. And that's by Miss Alyson Byrd. I heard that, and I stopped everything I was listening to and had to write that down. Live in your purpose and not perfection. Perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that is named purpose. And I, guilty, tried to live, everything has to be perfect. Like I was up to 2 o'clock last night, and it finally hit me at 12. Done is better than said. Done is better than thinking. And from 12 to 2, I did an amazing amount of work. It was unrealistic of what I'd done from 12 to 2. Yes, I was tired. Yes, I was sleepy. But I was holding myself accountable, right? And I knew that my excuses were always going to be valid, why I couldn't do something, and why I wanted it to be just so. And I had this quote sitting here in front of my face. And live in purpose, not perfection. And it brought me, y'all know I got to pull up my other quote. Hold on. And it made me think of another quote. But live in purpose, not perfection, made me think about how many of us, we're not living in anything that we're called to do. We're not doing anything that we were put here to do because we want the perfection of it. And in trying to seek the perfection of it, we're never doing it. And because you're never doing it, you're never living true to your purpose. And because you're never living true to your purpose, you're angry and frustrated with everything and everybody in life is slapping you upside your head. Listen, I'm not the lady that's always going to have something positive to say. There's going to be some days, y'all, and I try my best to, first of all, but there's going to be some days where it's just going to be like, you know what, this day sucks, and y'all know me, I'm always going to say, but did you die though? And that's going to be only thing I got for you. On those days, I go to bed. I go to bed and I start over. And people say, Jojo, how do you do that? Because who made up these rules that I can't go to sleep in the middle of the day? Can we talk about that? Who made up these rules that if I'm having a bad day, I can't start it over right then? Okay, if I'm at work, yeah, I got to wait till I get home. But when I get home, I go to bed. And I reset that self. I reset myself. I reset that day. And there's going to be days where, it just life is knocking you down. And that's okay. You don't stay down. You didn't die. And you still have a purpose, whether it not show upside your head or not. So we are to live in purpose, not perfection. And we can get caught up in the perfecting of everything. The perfecting of, I need to say it this way, and it needs it to look this way. And what if it does this, and what if it doesn't do that? And in all the perfecting of it, we never get to our purpose of it. Perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that is named purpose. So it's the opposite. Our purpose is the perfection. We're to live, if you focus on your purpose, everything is perfected. Isn't that amazing? When she said that yesterday, threw my whole mindset off, which brings me to one of my favorite quotes. I need to buy one. I need to buy Audre Lorde's book. Like, I've been using her quotes, but I've never read any of her books. Let me buy. Y'all, I've been crazy. I ain't going to tell you how many. We'll talk about books later. But it reminds me of this quote. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my mission, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. When I dare to become powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. That quote goes hand in hand with living in purpose. It absolutely goes hand in hand. Live in purpose, not perfection. Perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that is named purpose. Is that not amazing? Does that not set things right for you? Does that not give you a different, Let me think about that. Does that not do that for y'all? Am I the only one? So when I, last night, decided to take this to heart, because I kept reading it, because y'all know when I find a good quote or another new quote, and I'm running out of space right here on my computer, and I have sticky notes on my computer, and I read them. Every time I feel frustrated, I start from one end and I read them down. You're qualified to be exceptional. You're afraid of the responsibilities of yourself. When you feel like quitting, remember what it felt like to win. I have no lack. I have only abundance. Somebody's waiting to hear my voice. They will not move until I move. Strengthen your voice by speaking your truth. I have a million of these. Well, not a million, but you know, I have a few. And this one has earned a spot. Live in purpose, not perfection. And once it clicked with me last night, to live in purpose and not perfection. Whatever, and if you don't want to use the word purpose, okay, I don't care. Use whatever word that you want to insert there. Live in your dream. Live in your hopes. Live in your faith. Whatever it is, live in that and not in the perfection state of it. Because that's what's holding us back. That's what's keeping us from moving forward. It is that simple. And I was making it that complicated. I love when I learn new stuff, because then I get to share it with other people. And I'm hoping this is a aha moment like it was for me yesterday. Live in your purpose, not in perfection. And if you're a procrastinator, if you're a former recovering Miss Know-It-All, if can't nobody tell you nothing, if all these apply to you, Jojo, you're living in the perfection part of it, and you've yet to get to your purpose part. Perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that's named purpose. So on this wonderful day, it's going to be an amazing day. Can we focus on our purpose and not perfection today? Can we focus on what we need to do instead of thinking about how perfect it needs to be? Because the point is, it just needs to get done. The point is that you've had that thought for a long time. The point is, Jojo, is that you have everything that you need to succeed. You need to do the work. Let go of the perfection. Focus on the purpose. Inside of the purpose is the perfection. That requires an action at all times. There's no way around not having that. There's no way around you negating that. There's no way around you talking yourself out of that. Okay? Period. And that ties back into the quote of the day. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. That's by Albert Einstein. Y'all ever met somebody like that? Doesn't matter what you tell them to do. Girl, try this. Girl, I done tried that. That didn't work. And everything that come out your mouth, they got a problem for it. I can't do that because... And I can't do that because, well, you know, I tried that. And girl, that stuff don't work for me. It might work for you, but you know, it don't work for me. I have a hair care line. Just so you can grow your hair. I can't grow my hair. I was bald-headed. Like, you see this right here? That's what I had on my scalp. It matched this. I had no hair for years. Baby, bottom, smooth, bald head. I had no hair. You can have a problem or you can have a solution. And you can keep reminding yourself of your problem. You can keep reminding yourself of your solution. Either one is going to be true depending on which one you focus on. If you focus on your problem, that's true. If you focus on your solution, that's true. Judge, I can't grow hair like you grew hair. Girl, I was bald for years. Nothing was working. I grew my hair back. Now, if you insist that you cannot, then by all means, you continue. Stay away from negative people that have a problem for every solution. Continue in your problem state. I'm in the solution phase. That's what I am. I said I wanted hair, and I set out to get hair. And I grew my hair back. Period. That was... You see how amazing your thought process is? You thought it, you implement it, you get it. That works. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. And the thought of the day, Live in purpose, not perfection. Perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that is named purpose. Don't be like JoJo and get caught up in the perfecting of things. Oh, I want everything to be perfect, and I want this to be that, and it has to be a certain way for me to do it. It's got to be perfect. If I'm gonna do something, boo, you ain't did nothing. You keep talking about it. You ain't never been about it. And so here you are frustrated because you're not living in your purpose. You're living in your perfection, and you living in your perfection is aggravating the hell out of you. It is making you mad because you can't seem to get anything done. And you can't seem to get anything done because you're wanting perfection. Better done. Start. Don't talk about it. Be about it. You got to do the work. If you're looking for the perfection, it's not going to come until you start. If you wait for it to be remember the other day we talked about the time. When is the right time? Goes hand in hand. Live in purpose, not perfection. Perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that's named purpose, which goes back to, y'all, I'm going to buy me an Audre Lorde book. It goes back to this quote: when I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. That's on the wall of quotes. When I focus on my purpose, on the strength of my vision, when I focus on being Live Past Crazy Specialist, Sister Key, when I focus on that, then what I'm afraid of is so much less important than what I am supposed to be doing, right? So when I live in purpose and not perfection, I am now less afraid of that perfection thing. I'm less afraid of what I can and cannot accomplish because I'm living in my purpose. And the perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that is named your purpose. And if you don't like the word purpose, please insert whatever word you want. Whenever you decide to live in your dream, whenever you decide to walk out your faith, whenever you decide to live in your hope, whenever you decide to begin this journey, when you live in that moment and not in the perfection of it, when you live in the moment of, I'm doing this today, and you're not living in the moment, well, I got to set everything up just perfect in the picture and the background. Y'all, when I started the Fearless Morning Show, the background was this blank wall over here with just a calendar behind me. And that's it. That was it. I love books, so I found a little secretary to put my books in. I moved the office around because I got tired of looking at the wall. You got to start. Period. And we're not starting because we're waiting for the perfecting of it. And boo, as long as you're walking in it, that is the perfecting of it. You've got to start. Period. You've got to start. And if you don't start, you will always be waiting for perfection. And y'all know what I'm about to say? You'll be in the habit of waiting. You're going to get into that habit of waiting. And you will have no idea what you're waiting for and why. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. The more you live in your purpose, the more you understand the strength of your service and your vision, the less perfection matters to you, the less you're afraid. And the fact is that you're doing. Remember, we're not saying I'm trying anymore. We're doing it. Steve Harvey said his wife told him that. We talked about that last week. He said his wife told him that. And he used to say that on the morning show. Like when I had to be at work at 6 a.m. or 6:30, and he would come on at 6. He said, y'all, I'm just Steve Harvey. I'm just trying to have a radio show. And his wife told him one day, you're not trying to do anything. You're doing it. And so if you're doing the thing that you thought about, that you hoped about, you dreamed about, you're not trying anymore. You're doing it. I'm not trying to have a Fearless Morning Show. I'm about to be 3 years in. I'm doing that. I'm not trying to have a bookstore. I'm researching and putting the things together to have a bookstore. You're not trying to be the best you that you can be. You are being the best you can be because you are focused on what you need to do. You're focused on the solution and not the problem. So on this wonderful day, I want you to live in purpose, not perfection. Perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that is named purpose. Please call it whatever you want. But it is yours to walk out. Period. Period. So on this wonderful day, let's go back to the quote of the day. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Come on. Live in purpose, not perfection. And y'all, when I figured that out at 12 midnight last night, from 12 to 2, JoJo wasn't even thinking about perfection. I was just doing. And the energy, the clarity, what I was able to listen, y'all. I walk this journey every day, and I share what I learned every single day. Yes, I've been living past crazy for 16 years. It doesn't mean that things don't happen, and I'm not affected. It means I am more controlling. I'm more proactive than reactive. And this right here, when I heard her say this, hit me upside my head. Period. And it allowed me to do something. Now I've been looking at this quote all day because I heard it yesterday morning when I finished the interview around 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's when I heard the quote. It took me to midnight to put it into action, see? But when I got it, boo, I got it. And sometimes it's the simple things that remind you, that give you that that say, hey, yes, JoJo, you know what? You just needed that little reminder, girl. You got it. Live in purpose, not perfection. Perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that is named purpose. Period. So don't get frustrated. It's okay. Let's just start doing it. Today, if you have some free time, start working on something that you want to do. Start working on something that you want to accomplish. Start the action part of it and not the perfecting part of it. And if you're thinking it to death, work it to death. I have a notebook. Y'all know, I bought more journals the other day. Don't talk about me. I have about 12. And it's Leah's fault. If Leah is still on here, she done showed me this website where you can store your darn journals in the thing. Where I'm going to put that, Leah? I don't know, but I had to buy one. But this is just a plain old notebook. And I have a gazillion of these. And when I fill this up, I keep them in a stack, and then I go back over and I cross out things that I have done. Because once you write it down, your mind, nerd, science, your mind seeks to do what you write down, right? The Bible said, write it out and make it plain. So when I do that, I go back through my notebooks, and things I've forgotten that I've done them because I wrote them down. Get you a journal, get you a cute little notebook, go to Target, go to Marshall's, go to TJ Maxx, whatever store you have, and get you some journals and start writing it out. Live in purpose, not perfection. Perfection lives inside what we are called to do, and that is named purpose. Start today. Do the action today. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect, y'all, it ain't ever coming. Let me tell you what I learned about JoJo. I'm never going to feel like everything is aligned perfectly for me to do a thing. Because there's always going to be something I'll be like, ooh, I wish this was there. I wish this was missing. Do it. And then the perfecting of it is in the doing, y'all. It's in the purpose. If I continue to walk out as the Live Past Crazy Specialist, if I continue to walk in that, my purpose is perfecting it. That's it. I just got to walk in it. The perfecting is going to come all by itself. You just got to start, boom. You just got to walk in it. Period. The second quote of the day, when I dare to become powerful, when I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid, by Audrey Lord. So on this wonderful day, can we take the day to do some action? Just one thing. That one email that you have, and y'all, let me tell you how crazy this was for me, and we're getting off. I wouldn't respond back to people who asked me to help them because I felt like they didn't really want me to help them, that they was just asking me just to be asking me. They used to do that. Like, they didn't really mean for me to help them. Like, they didn't really want me to help them. They was just saying something. And I never responded to them people. And then one day I was like, well, JoJo, they asked you, boo, for a reason. They called you for a reason. Could you answer them and find out? Oh, Miss Waddell, I'm so glad that you called us. We want you to do. And sometimes, y'all, your blessing is in the instructions. You got to let go of the ego. You got to let go. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You got to let go of that fear. You got to live in purpose, not perfection. They asked you for a reason. Okay. They're willing to pay you for a reason. They called your name for a reason. Now, please be mindful. Use your discernment whether people taking advantage of you or not in that free 99. We're not doing that. But if they called you, they want you. And let's go back to the quote of the day. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. That's by Albert Einstein. And this is my quote that I added to Albert. Some people don't want solutions. They want problems. That they want the problem. They want the problem in the fullness of thereof. They want it all. Every problem they can have, that they can wrap their hands around, they want it all. So that when you come to them with the solution, they have a problem for everything that you say they can do. You got to be mindful of those people and don't spend all your energy there. You'll be exhausted. And if you're exhausted, you can't live in your purpose. You'll start living in perfection. It's all connected. So on this wonderful day, I hope you have an amazing day. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. And if your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows. This show will be up in about 15 minutes. And so you can share it with them. This will also be a podcast in about an hour. So you can send them wherever they listen to podcasts. I'm on Apple. I'm on Stitcher. Wherever podcasts are found is the Live Past Crazy Show. Or if you simply type in Yamitra Waddell, you will hear the podcast there. I am revamping the podcast. But for right now, we are using the Fearless Morning Show is that. And thank you guys so much for being with me this morning on the Fearless Morning Show. I know you could be doing something else, so I greatly appreciate your time. I greatly appreciate you coming with me on this journey and allowing me to share the things that I've learned. And hopefully that they are helping. I pray they are helping someone because I don't want you to learn like I learned. I don't want you to learn the hard way. I'm here to help a sister out. So, please make sure you share the show because I cannot do this by myself. So last thought of the day, live in purpose, y'all, not perfection. I wish I could send this in a note. If you're on my email list, you're about to get this in an email today. Live in purpose, not perfection. Girl, they don't want no solution. They want the problem. Period. And lesson learned, I had to be okay with people that wanted them problems. And I had to be okay with me saying I don't want them problems and me walking away. I don't want to participate. That's my favorite word. If you're my friend and you've been friends with me for the past 2 or 3 years, I've learned this word. I don't want to participate in that. And I don't. So my friends will call me and say, JoJo, oh, no, I don't want to participate, but thank you. I don't want to participate. I don't want to participate in people who only have problems. Can you have a solution about one thing? And I'm a firm believer. They don't want a solution because it's going to require them to take responsibility of their actions. It's going to require them to take responsibility of what is before them to even acknowledge the problem first, number one, and perhaps admit that they are the problem, number two, and ain't nobody trying to do none of that. So there you got a triple problem. So ain't no need me giving you a solution because you are both the problem and the solution. That's by JoJo Waddell. You're both the problem and the solution. You're the problem and the answer. Once you realize that, then your answer will become clear. That I can promise you. So on this wonderful day, thank you to all the veterans who have served us and who are no longer with us. I appreciate your service. No, Memorial Day is for those who have passed away. Veterans Day are for those who are still living and who have served. So Memorial Day for all. And I had a few family members. My family, when I think about it, is a lot of military. Why didn't I go in the military? I never thought about that. Something to think about. All right, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Please make sure you share the show. Live in purpose, not perfection. Do something today. Perfection lives inside what we're called to do, and that's named purpose. Do an action today. If you want some accountability, just send me a, hey, Joe, I want to do this today. I got it from there. I'm going to help you. I got you, boo. Don't even worry about it. So I don't care how small it is. Take that leap. Do the thing. Send the email. Call the person. Send the text. Start the business. Do the thing. Don't live in a perfection. Because last week we talked about when it's going to be the right time, honey. If it ain't now, I don't know when it's going to be. So now is it. All right, guys. Have an amazing day. And I'll see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Don't forget, be peaceful, period. Because there's nothing after that, period. All right, have an amazing day. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.